Hi, welcome to Market Alert for Friday 22nd of June 2018. So early on in the session, the market tried to move higher, was met by resistance at the previous day's low. Prices were marked down, and then they waited for the MPC minutes, which came out, as you'll see here, up slightly. 3 members wanting to increase rates and 6 keeping them unchanged. It actually came out unchanged for yesterday as well. But this was enough to send the pound higher, just having one individual move from the let's keep it where it is, unchanged, to I want to see them increase. And that was enough to give the pound the impetus here to move higher. We then got a signal, the market moved through thereafter and has remained sideways to higher, making a new high on the overnight market there. So the pound starting to shift a bit on this news, a lot of buying there as well. We're back above the 132, which we wanted to see. We can remove that fib there. We've got to close above the 20 bar moving average, and the question is it a dead cat bounce, short-term move to the upside before we see a resumption to the downside? Well, one vote or one member moving from unchanged to increase isn't really going to change the trend in the pound, that's for sure. So you are likely to see a bit of a bounce. And also yesterday, 4-hour chart of the US dollar, this also moved lower, and it is lower on the overnight as well. News for today. The right chart back up. We've got all medium impact early on, all European news, and then we've got this one, the OPEC meeting, which starts at 10:15 a.m. So let's see how that impacts any market that's going to really be affected by this is the Dow. And speaking of which, yesterday the downward pressure continues. As you see here, the market closing below the 50 bar and the 20 bar continues to move lower until we get a signal, and then the market finds some support, moves back up and back down. But the volatility was a lot better yesterday, 150 point range there, and before the close the market moving over 200 points to the downside, which you'll see there. Bit of a bounce going on overnight, retracing 150 points, as you'll see here at the moment. And in the daily chart, the bigger picture looks like this. You see the market's closed below the 50 bar average now, and this is the crucial one, the 200 bar moving average. Watch this area, because if prices take this out, they're likely to move lower. And speaking of lower, Dow ties worst losing streak in 40 years, 8 consecutive days now, which puts it on a par with 2015 and all the way back to 75 as well. If you have a look at the chart inside of here, I'll just roll this through and click on this, and there you can see the consecutive number of down days for the Dow. You can see where we are now, back to 11, sorry, I thought it was 15, but it's not. It's October 11, 09 and 01 there, 89, and we've got the 83 years back to the 70s and all the way back to 71. So we haven't quite taken out 71 yet, but looking at the way the Dow is trading on the overnight at the moment, I would say that we may see an up day for today. We've got the downtrend there, but eventually there's got to be some sort of a bounce. And I say the crucial area is definitely here. It'd be unusual for the market to actually sell off during the summer. It tends to be an autumn thing, but let's go back to 2008, and it sold off in August. So again, let's just see how it pans out over the next few days. But keep that in mind, there is weakness there in the background. And in Bitcoin, we've been green on the Fibonacci chart for the last few days, starting to turn red. As I said before, you've got this sort of dead cat bounces. Anytime we've had the green, it's not really made any progress, and certainly hasn't over the last few days. The volume is light, and for me, we're still heading back down to 58 to 55 for this market, unless something happens in the stock market that or the banking sector that makes this look like a safe haven, which I very much doubt, and therefore would expect this to remain in a congestion type of phase at the moment. Right, that's it for this one and for this week. A nice sunny weekend coming up, so enjoy that, and if there's anything to report, I will let you know. And as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.